Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our official second episode of Tough Love Tuesdays. I'm loving this already. I'm so excited to be tuning in again for another little doozy, a little nudge that might really ruffle some feathers, which is the point of these Tough Love Tuesdays. And obviously, as always, everything I'm saying comes with so much love. I hope you know how much I honor, how much I love you, and how much I want you to grow. And I want you to open your mind and start asking questions about the way, your patterns, the way you work, the way you think, the way you behave. And I think this is how we all grow and how we all raise up. So, as we're heading into a very busy holiday season, actually, before I share some tough love with you today, I'm so excited to share, as you've probably seen on this page already, that tomorrow night, Wednesday, November 18th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am hosting a Healthy Holidays workshop. It's going to be 2 hours of fun, connection, and actually taking steps and action towards creating the holiday of your dreams, the ideal holiday that has no stress and none of that stuff in it. I know in last week's Tough Love Tuesday, we talked about, wanting the holidays to be stressful. So if you're wanting to choose something else and you're not wanting the holidays to feel how they're feeling, then this workshop is for you. So definitely come and check that out. You can see it the post above. I'll post the link obviously here in this video as well. Okay. Should we get to it? Should we dive into this week's topic? Okay, this is a big one, and I've actually been having, I shared a little bit behind the scenes with some of my friends the last couple of days about the plan for today and what I was going to throw at you. And we had some really, really good conversations about it. So, the purpose of sharing this is obviously I really want to just plant the seed for you. Definitely, I do not have all the answers. I am not perfect at this myself, but here it goes. Okay. I talk a lot about personal responsibility, and it's something that's been really, really huge in my life, in really shifting into owning that I create my own reality and that I can create pretty much anything in my life that I want. I know that seems crazy and seems unattainable, but really, and also owning my role in things and owning in relationships, my role in when I'm feeling triggered or when things are coming up. So, the deeper, personal responsibility is a big umbrella, right? And under it is one thing that I really want to highlight today. And this is coming out for me so much lately in my conversations with my clients. And this is the tough love that I want to give you today. Okay, you ready for it? I'm going to need to get a drum so I can actually do drum rolls, right? Here it is. No one else is responsible for your emotional state. I'm going to say it again. No one else other than you is responsible for your emotional state in any given moment. Okay, I want you to let that sink in, because if you're like most of us, and myself included, my whole life, we play the blame game. She made me feel this way, right? It's That's didn't work out how I wanted it to, so now I am sad. Now I am angry. Oh, she made me so X. My mom drives me crazy, right? So these are examples of playing the blame game. And that is when you are in a victim mentality and a victim energy. And what I'm posing to all of you right now, and I know this might sound really, what is she talking about? And I just really want you to plant the seed, okay? I want you to sit with this and mull this over and understand this piece of emotional responsibility. Because in any given situation, we have the power and the choice to feel a certain way. And sometimes, trust me, I get it. It doesn't feel like we have that control. I get it. And I want to be really clear here. I am not talking about trauma. Okay. I'm not talking to any of you who maybe do have very, big traumas in your past, or things that have really been visceral in your body. Obviously, the feelings that come up around that, the emotions that come up around that sometimes are definitely not something that we can really control in a certain way. So I'm not talking about trauma. I'm talking about the day-to-day blaming, the day-to-day emotional states that we choose to go through. And it comes from our thought patterns. So we think a certain thought, oh, that person is so mean, and then we get an emotional response. So when things happen to us, or when things don't happen that we wanted them to happen, right? We get all worked up, we get stressed, we get sad, we get angry, we get hurt, offended. And I'm not saying that these aren't important emotions, by the way, okay? You know that I support all the really heavy emotions. They're part of being human. They're amazing. But what we can do is really build deep awareness of our emotional responses to things, people, places, things in our life. And we can choose to see things a different way, to understand with compassion and love, both with ourselves and other people, and shift our inner state. And that might take, the whole day to do, or it might take a minute, right? If you can get in the right mindset. So a good example, okay, so here I'm sitting here today, I'm actually extremely exhausted today. It's been a really busy week, and obviously I'm prepping for this workshop tomorrow, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and it's pouring rain outside. And I'm sitting here thinking, wow, I could be feeling really, you know, sad, depressed, just totally checked out, but I'm not choosing that. I'm choosing to see, and even just about the rain, right? Just looking out there at the rain, and instead of choosing like, oh, today is ruined because it's raining and oh, I feel so sad about it and depressed. I'm choosing to see this rain as what a beautiful gift for me to just be cozy inside, and our world gets to be washed clean. I mean, water is such a powerful metaphor for so many things. So all this beautiful cleansing that's taking place outside of my window, and I'm warm and cozy inside, and I'm so grateful for that. So choosing that energy is different than dwelling on, oh my God, I can't believe it's raining and my day is ruined and I can't get outside, and that energy. Do you see the difference? So, not always in every situation is this going to be easy, right? I'm not promising that, but I do want you to acknowledge that you have the power to choose in most situations, not all, okay? We do have the power to choose our emotional state. When someone yells at us, when our mom does something that drives us totally bonkers, we do get to understand our role in that. And we do get to take that personal responsibility for feeling how we feel. And the sad truth of it is, so many of us go through life, as I talked about in last week's Tough Love Tuesday, wanting to feel horrible all the time. And that's a conversation for another day around what we actually get from that, right? We get to commiserate, we get to feel like we're a part of something when we're constantly in that state, and we don't actually have to put ourselves out there. There's a lot of benefits we get from not feeling well. But if you want to head into the holiday seasons, if you want to, enjoy your day, right? You can choose to shift. And if there's other people involved in that conversation, I mean, there's so many powerful stories of really remembering in the moment when someone snaps at you, or someone yells at you, or someone cuts you off in traffic, that you have no idea the fear and the challenges and the trauma and the tough stuff that that person is going through. And what I've been able to do, and as I work for this with myself, is shift into, when somebody does something to me or is mean, in the grocery store, or someone I know, and shifting immediately into, wow, they must be in a lot of pain. Okay. And really leaning into, I have no idea what's going on in their life. I don't know what they're struggling with. And instead of responding or letting it get me in a tizzy, I can lean into compassion and I can lean into love. And let me tell you this, I'm not perfect at this, but it's definitely, just choosing that thought pattern instead. And it's so empowering, because then it doesn't stay with you all day. We give so much power away when we say someone cuts us off in traffic, and then the rest of our day is completely ruined because we're just thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, and fuming. So what if instead we learn to let that stuff go? We let to, obviously honor the emotions that we're feeling. I'm not telling you to ignore them or numb out. Please do not misconstrue that. But really honoring what you're feeling, checking in, and seeing, is there a shift that you can make? Can you make another? Can you let something go and shift out of that? Because we have so much control over that. So there you have it. That is the quick Cole's notes. Obviously, I'm doing these in 10 minutes or less, so there's not a lot of time to share too much, but I wanted to really just plant that seed for you and really have you start to think about this for yourself. Don't forget to come and join our Healthy Holidays workshop tomorrow. I've got 2 guest experts joining us. It's going to be incredible. And we're going to be, I'm actually sharing the 7 keys to help you thrive during this holiday season. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on this holiday season, obviously. And there's so much that we can do to empower ourselves, to take our power back, and stay on track while also having fun and maybe a glass of wine or two. So I'm going to be sharing all my tricks and tips and all of that tomorrow in the workshop. It is free to register. I'll post a link above this video, and I will see you there. Bye, everyone.